Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Today I'm going to be talking about what to know before starting a freelance writing business. There is a ton that goes into freelance writing, I won't lie to you, but it's really not as bad as it seems once you get your footing and familiarize yourself with what content writing is, what type of content writing you might want to do, and who your target audience is. The rest really kind of starts to fall into place. But obviously, before you even go into freelance writing, you need to think about, what it may look like for you, what that journey may look like, and how you can best prepare. So, as always, I have notes. So the first thing that I want to remind people of is the importance of preparing for your success. And I say that because I know I deal with a lot of imposter syndrome and whether or not I'm capable of doing something. And I mean, I've always proven myself wrong in a good way, in that I have always been successful in the things that I set my mind to. It really just goes to show that, no matter what the background is that you have, no matter when you start, if there's something that you want to do, that you want to achieve, you can absolutely find a way to do it. So let's get into some of the ways that you can prepare for your success as a brand new freelance writer. Okay, number one, and this one is really tough for me, at least, mindset. And really what I'm talking about when I say mindset is really shifting your mind from that of employer to, or employee to employer. And this is really important because, most of us, a lot of us come from a background or a home where most everybody is an employee. And when you decide to become a freelance writer and start up your own business, you are no longer an employee. I mean, I still have a day job, but that's by choice. I have several things that I'm really interested in that really kind of, tug at my heartstrings. And for that reason, I choose to stay in freelance writing at more of a PRN or part-time basis. But it's really important that you start to shift your mindset from that of an employee to an employer. And also, you need to understand that in shifting that mindset, you are the boss, you are the owner. Everything goes through you. And that can be a little intimidating in the beginning. But when it's just you and you're just kind of figuring things out, this is actually one of the most fun places to be, because your mind is open to all of these different things. I know in another video I talked about starting in freelance writing, and then maybe one day you transition into being an editor or a reviewer or a course writer or an author or whatever the case may be. And it's a mindset shift every single time, because you are stepping into something else that doesn't necessarily require you to be an employee, but requires you to express or utilize other skills. And with being a freelance writer, you're going to have to decide pretty quickly, especially if you're writing for pay, whether or not you want to start a business. And it's very common to start a business as a freelance writer. So you have to start to shift your mindset and get yourself ready to think like a boss and not like an employee. Next one is managing imposter syndrome. I deal with this a lot. In everything I do, I'm always so worried that people are going to make me out as a fraud that I'm going to look up one day, and all of my degrees and all of my education and all of my accolades are just going to be gone. And this is because you're stepping into brand new territory. It's not that you're not qualified, it's just that you are stepping into an environment that's new, that's overwhelming, that triggers a lot of worry and anxiety and fear of the unknown. And all of that is normal, it's okay, but you also have to figure out how to best manage that and get over this idea that you don't necessarily belong somewhere, because you do. The next thing is to determine your why. I call this your why for writing health content. And this is because, like everything else, you guys, I hope you understand that just like with being a registered nurse, if it's not something that you enjoy, you are going to burn out so fast. So you have to really understand why it is you want to be a freelance writer. What is your why? What is your purpose? What is your reason for existing in the freelance health content writing space? And the sooner that you figure that out, the sooner you can really kind of take a deeper dive into freelance writing and the different types of freelance writing you might want to go into, and immerse yourself in this new world of learning new things, and prepare yourself for all of the opportunities that are going to come your way with that. The last thing that I think everybody should know before getting into freelance writing and really just kind of preparing for your success, both as a person and as a business entity, is to be financially ready. Freelance writing is not one of those businesses where you need, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 to start, but you do need some money to get started, especially if you are deciding that you want to go into freelance writing. Just, throw yourself 100% out there into freelance writing, and you gave up your job. I don't recommend that you do that, by the way. I definitely recommend that you at least kind of get your toes wet first in the freelance writing pool, and then decide if this is something that you want to go into full time, because at some point you will have clients. That's not a problem, especially if you're a nurse or a healthcare worker or some other licensed healthcare professional. You will get clients. But in order for you to expand, in order for you to grow, in order for you to replace your income from your current job, you're going to have to figure out how much time you want to spend into growing your business. And really, just starting from the beginning, there will be some expenses. There are expenses with starting any business. So I highly encourage you to make sure that you have a little bit of money set aside before you step into freelance writing. That's it for this video. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Millennial Nursepreneur. And if you are interested in taking a course on content writing, I will leave a link to that in the description.